This is your biology class. I'm your teacher Seema Treja. Student, in this video we are going to discuss the last step of aerobic respiration, that is oxidative phosphorylation. It is the process in which oxidation reduction reaction takes place and the energy released in the oxidation reduction process is utilized in the formation of ATP. That is why this process is known as oxidative phosphorylation. How it is happened? Here I am going to draw a diagram. This is the inner membrane of mitochondria. Folds are present into inner membrane of mitochondria, which we called it as cristae. So this is cristae, that is fold in the inner mitochondrial membrane. This is inner mitochondrial membrane. Inner membrane. This is the outer membrane. Of mitochondria. This is inner membrane space. Inner membrane space. Inside the inner mitochondrial membrane, there exists electron transport system through which electrons travel from one carrier to another. So oxidation reduction takes place. This is matrix of mitochondria. NADH2 and FADH2 oxidized in the matrix of mitochondria. Electrons released in this process travel through electron transport system. Energy is released and this energy is responsible for transport of proton from matrix to inner membrane space. This all we discussed in our previous topic, electron transport system. Because of transport of proton from matrix to inner membrane space, there is accumulation of proton takes place in inner membrane space, and concentration of proton is more in inner membrane space in comparison to matrix of the mitochondria. So there exists the proton gradient. On this inner mitochondrial membrane, there is present FOF1 particle. FO particle is embedded in the inner mitochondrial membrane, and the head region is present in the matrix of the mitochondria. This is known as the F1 headpiece, which act as a ATPase enzyme, which help in the formation of ATP as well as hydrolysis of ATP. Here ATPase enzyme help in the formation of ATP. Due to higher concentration of proton in inner membrane space, they move towards the lower concentration of hydrogen ion or proton present into the matrix. When they pass from inner membrane space to matrix, they only pass through FOF1 particle. Here I am showing transport of protein passing from crista. This wavy line show that energy is present into the proton. And when these proton pass through F1 particle, they lose energy. And this energy is utilized in combining of ADP and inorganic phosphate in the presence of ATPase enzyme, which is responsible for the formation of ATP. This is how ATP are produced. When proton passes from FOF1 particle, it releases energy. That energy is utilized in the presence of ATPase enzyme in joining the ADP plus inorganic phosphate, and ATP is produced. One pair of proton transfer through FOF1 particle produced 3 ATP molecules. When NADH2 is oxidized, 3 pair of proton passes from matrix to inner membrane space. One proton pair passes from FOF1 particle, 1 ATP is produced, and when 3 proton pair passes from FOF1 particle, 3 ATP produced. So on oxidation of NADP or 1 NADPH2 through oxidative phosphorylation gives us 3 ATP. In a similar way, FADH2 also oxidized in the matrix. And when FADH2 is oxidized, 2 proton pairs from matrix enter into the inner membrane space. And when these 2 proton pair travel through FOF1 particle, they produce 2 ATP. This is the difference. NADPH2 is encased in 3 ATP and FADH2 is encased in 2 ATP through oxidative phosphorylation process. This is all about in this video. In our next video, we will discuss the net gain of ATP in aerobic respiration. How many ATPs are produced in total aerobic respiration? Thank you so much.